Hey, it's Kennedy. It's your girl Kennedy, a whole single. Stopping in this morning. I told y'all I was going to be doing better with my videos. And here we are. It is Wednesday. It is Wednesday. Don't let me be rushing the week because I am really. Oh, yeah, it's Wednesday. Okay. So today we have what? It is Wednesday. It's not Hump Day Hallelujah. It's Won't He Will Wednesday. Won't He will. Yes, He will. And God tells us that He will. And so today I'm just talking a little bit. I told you I was going to be obedient with my videos and coming in. But so God gave me a word today, and He says we need to lose some things. We asking. We are always asking, and He's always giving. But there's some things we need to loose of. You know, I can tell you just personally, I ask God for everything. Lord, thank you for letting me breathe and be able to get my whole lungs expanded. But you know, I want you to understand that sometimes we need to lose some stuff. And right now in this season, it looks like so much is going on, and people want to hold on. Let me hold on to what I got because I don't know what the government gonna do. Let me hold on to what I got because I don't know what they go. Right now, it's time to lose some other stuff. So we ask. I'm gonna tell you this. We asking for increase and promotion and these things like this, right? But have you ever stopped to really pay attention to what you do with the increase that you already have right now? Have you ever stopped to some of those habits that you have that deplete your increase, but you have put it in there like it's just another bill. Like, okay, water bill, light bill, phone bill, weed bill, cigarette bill, liquor bill. See where I'm going with that? Some people we will add these at the lunch bill, go to dinner bill, every Sunday bill, this bill, it's groceries in the refrigerator bill, but I don't feel like cooking bill, so I'm gonna order DoorDash bill. But next week I'm gonna worry about how I'm gonna pay the light bill or the water. See what I'm sometimes God say it's some stuff you need to lose, other than friends, other than this, other than that. It's some things you need to lose to really see and realize how much increase God has already given you. Sometimes I sit and add. I will use a calculator on the phone and add all of those frivolous things that we purchase every week. Every week, like it is a habit. I'm gonna make a budget. See, here my budget. It's long. I got a lot of bills. But we will put frivolous things on the bill list, like they're mandatory things. Lights, 250. Water, 75. Car, out to eat 5 days a week, 125. Every Sunday, that's 50. You said I got we. Let's do it better with our budget. And appreciate that. That's my way of showing God how much I appreciate what He gives me right now. Right now, in the place I'm in right now, is to say, Lord, let me be a better steward over what you give me right now. Okay? God, I know I'm asking you for some more. And I know that you gonna do it because that's what you do. You Jehovah Jireh, my provider. You so much more. He is every I can't even almost say it when Jalen sang that song, My Spirit Move. He is everything that I am. He's I am. He is I am. He is everything I need him to be. Everything. But am I everything that he called me to be? He didn't call you to be a habit. He did not call you to be a habit. He didn't call you for habits. He called you for service and called you for an abundant life and living it in his will. Sometimes we'll put on the budget things that harm us as if there's a real necessity. You can be overweight, need to lose weight, Might even, doctor might even tell you, hey, I need you to lose weight so we can do this, or we need your blood pressure or your sugar or your whatever. But it's still on the bill for them Twinkies, them Ohos or Ho-Hos, and you know what make me leave them alone? What ma- Find your importance in the world of what it is that's more important than those habits. There's some people that smoke, drink, do whatever. Those things are causing harm to your body, damage to your body, and you know what they say. And it's a poor pill can't control. I'm, hey, but I'm saying that we walking in prosperity. We got to walk in full prosperity. We can't have habits that's hindering our growth. We can't have habits that's hindering our health. We can't have habits that's going to make deplete your increase. God say you need let there be light, and there was light. So he gave you a job. You pay the light bill with your money. You don't have to go out to eat every day of the week. You got groceries. You can cook. You know, we this is won't he will Wednesday. Won't he will? He will if we will. Something Pastor say this, and it's like sometimes I think his mama and my mama grew up in this. They did grow up in the same time. They around the same age, but sometimes I think they related because um, he'll say something that I heard my mama say, and it sounds like something my mama told him, and it's like if you move, God will move. I used to be one. I dress nice. I go to church. I'm going to go in and I'm going to sit down and I'm going to listen and I'm going to praise God and I'm going to be. But like when people get happy and do all that, I'm like, like I used to be like. But once I released and Lord, I need you totally. I need your Holy Spirit in me. It has become to the point I'll just God is say move, and I get up and I walk around the church, and it is a very odd feeling for me. It is very uncanny. But in this place, in this church that I'm in right now, I've done several times where I don't think Mount Olive, uh, JCOC, I don't think anyone has ever seen me do the things that I've done since I've been at Rebirth Christian Fellowship Center. As far as releasing myself to be used by God, releasing my like my spirit, Lord, give me your spirit and let me walk in it. And he said, get up and walk. I get up and walk. He said, because if you move, God will move. I believe that. And so it's just like this. Like if you got a bad habit and you spending money on this habit, and you add up the amount of money that you spend on this habit in a month, and it's more than one of your bills. I don't care which bill, the water bill, whatever bill. Then it might mean that you need to unloose that. You need to loose that habit. You need to loose that habit. Ask God to give you strength because I just came. He already been telling me this. But there's some things. It's like you asking God, God, I want increase. God, I need promotion. God, I'm ready for the next step. And he's like, but there's some things that you're doing. There's some things you're spending the increase I'm giving you now. There's some things some ways you have that you need to lose some before I can take you over there. You never heard we hear people all the time say, I want to come to church, but I want to get ready. I gotta get ready. I gotta get myself together to come to church. And I was like, I told somebody said that to me, and I said, how many people get well before they go to the hospital? How many? I mean, really, like other than me, I be finding roots and herbs and teas and everything and stuff that I do not. I have total anxiety, but about going to the doctor. But Dr. Jesus, I ain't afraid of him because he gonna give you some stuff that's gonna powerfully work for you. But like I said, he wants to take you to the next level. But it's some stuff you doing on this level that you can't take to that level. Some habits, some people. A lot of time we always talk about people, and I'm like, okay, that's one thing. But what about you? What about the man in the mirror? What is it that Kennedy needs to lose of to be able to get to the next level, to get to where God is calling me to be? Are there any bad habits? Are there any things within me, any hurt feelings, any unforgiveness? Is that this is what I do? I'm looking in this mirror to see what it is that I need to be doing in preparation for where he's getting ready to take me. I know it's coming. I know it's coming because I believe. Blessed is she who believed that he would fulfill his promises to her. Luke 1:45, I will stand on it 10 toes down. I believe that it is by your belief that you are even saved. No one knows the Father but the Son, and ain't nobody been there and came back and that I can really believe. They say ain't no coming. It's just one way. So this is what I'm saying. Look in the mirror. Look at the man in the mirror, and let's just start looking at the budget. Let's look at our walk. Let's look at our habits. Let's look at the things in our lives that are maybe causing delay to get to the promised land. They wandered in the wilderness for 40 years. I'm talking about, do you know how many times he probably wanted to take them out of there? But then they start grumbling. Oh, we ain't got nothing to eat. Boom, send a manna from heaven. Oh, we want some meat. Boom, they send me some quail. But I mean, like, I keep, but right now, you don't even appreciate what I gave you, and you're not obedient with what I told you to do with it. He said, take enough for today. Give us this day our daily bread. He said, take enough for today. Don't store it up. But some of us, I don't know what God gonna do. So I'm gonna take these fish or these quail rather, and we gonna put it and they got rotten. We'll take that manna, we gonna store it up, it got rotten. Okay, because he said, don't store it up. That was the beginning of trust. Trust me in this situation, in this right here in the wilderness. Trust me in the wilderness. That way, when you get to the promised land, all you need to do is trust me to keep it. If you can trust me to get you there, the road is usually harder than being at the destination. How many times, Aisha, I know you're watching. I'm ready to go to Orange Beach again one year, like April, maybe May when it get a little warmer. But 5 hours to get there. We listen to music, we sing, we talk, talking stuff. But the ride to get there seems to be a long ride, like hour after hour, song after song on the radio. See, like the kids, are we there yet? We ain't never gonna God please you. But guess what? Instead of complaining, we sang them songs. We took turns on being the DJ, and then we got to Florida. When we got to Florida, boom, we had hit the promised land. All that sand and beach, baby. And then we had a fire condo. So we were at the destination. We were able to put our bags down, take us a break and relax from the drive, get our rest, get our rejuvenation back, and then it was ready to enjoy the promised land. So now, while you in the waiting, while you in the preparation, this is waiting season right now. I don't know why it's waiting season. It's a lot of us waiting on some stuff, but it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. But what we got to do, we got to be obedient in the waiting season. That's why all this stuff swirling around, the food stamps and the government shutdown and the airplanes can't take off and all of this. But right now in this space where I'm in, like, well, Lord, what you want me to do right now? Okay, so yeah, things get tight. Okay, well, I'm doing pretty. Okay, but you still asking for more. But look at them $200 a month right there. $200 that you just blow every month. I could be doing something else with that. Even if I didn't give the whole $200 to the church, even if I only gave 20, the 10% of the two that I mess up, that's still helping somebody that needs their stuff, that need groceries, that is affected by the government shutdown, that does have kids they trying to feed, that is an honest, upstanding citizen, that is someone that's praying and asking God. But the word of God says, whatever you've done for the least of my people, you've done for me. So sometimes we got to be careful on what we do and what we don't do with what God give us. We will share our increase with the people at the corner store every day. And soon as Pastor say you need $10 for one light switch so we can help a whole community, ain't nobody got no money. I spend 200 or 300, maybe 250 on some stuff that I don't need. But my child has a business that she's trying to build and build and build that I could be using part of that money to help her. Or a mother that's on a fixed income that every now and then, what they say, they want a new slip. Granddaughter, my grandbaby 8 years old, she's almost 9. Them $200 or whatever a month that you spend on these habits, half of that could be going for a college fund for her. Every month, 12 months out of a year, from 8 years old to 18, 10 years of that. Do you know, my baby wouldn't have to worry about a book, not even a piece of pencil. So this is what I'm saying. Let's prioritize what we're doing and humble ourselves before God in the fact that right where we are right now, let's examine, let a man examine himself, not just his inner self, but examine your whole self and see, Lord, is it any which way that I need to go? Is there some things I need to let go? Is it some stuff I need to stop buying? I think it's hard to go to a restaurant. For me, I'm not stingy, I'm frugal. And I'm not a big foodie. So I'm not one that really enjoy going and spending $60 on a meal. Why? Because I'm not a big foodie. So I just eat to get full. I don't live to eat. I eat to live. So I can eat a sandwich. As long as I'm full, I'm good. I don't have to put on an air of sophistication for other people. Like, oh, well, let me go take a picture over here at Shashad. Let me go over here and take a picture at Chez Renee. And let me go take a picture of my food here. Because you just don't eat it and digest it. So I just need to get food. I don't really need to be, it's sort of shameful. You go and in the course of a month, you just spent $200-300 on going out to eat to take pictures for Facebook, but yet and still, you go to church on Sunday and the person sitting next to you did eat last night, and they shame to say it, but they get something out there. But my bottom line is this: we keep asking God for more and more and more, instead of sometimes looking at exactly what He gives you right now and being a better steward of what He gives you right now. How many times we always compare the father to being a parent? How many times have we looked at our children as they're growing up or when they get grown, and you see them, they trying to make it, they working and they going to school, they doing the things they need to do. How many do you want to go and slide a little something over there? But if you look over there and you say, she trying to go to school, she trying to do this, but she says she need a book. But did she just go out last week? Was she just hanging out at? I seen her on Facebook at the club. I seen her over here at the restaurant. I seen her going there. So in my mind, I'm like, why would I give her money for a book when she just spent $60 at Tony Roma's or wherever? How you go ask the church for money or ask a government entity or ask these other people for whatever you need? God giving it to you, but you got these bad habits. or you got these other things that you're doing with your increase that cause your increase to look like it's less than it is. Let me tell you, we went through this whole thing about, uh, saving money, getting your credit together. You know, the guy he's always talking about get buy term. I've been hearing this from Primerica here. Buy term, invest the rest. But one thing I did learn is about I went through all of my subscriptions, and I'm like, I'm paying $160 a month on subscriptions, whether it's Microsoft, Cam, and this is my personal stuff, not business. So you got Canva and Microsoft and all these and Netflix and BET and Peacock, which I'm probably gonna get back anyway. But my daughter really wants me to get Peacock back. But anyway, all of these things that I work 5 days a week. I'm only off 2 days to watch TV. Why do I need all of these subscriptions? Why do for 2 days of watching TV, I got $70 worth of subscription. I can't watch all them channels in 2 days. Those are some of the things I'm saying. We just get a little spoiled. Because I got it. It's $7. It's $8. $10.99. You add it all up and then you're like, wow, I'm paying $150 a month to watch TV and I barely cut the TV on. But yet still I'm asking God for increase. Increase my increase, Lord. Lord, we plan for it, but yet and still you go and you spend $30 a week on cigarettes. Or you taking 20 or 30 or $50 to the weed man every week. Mm-hmm. Or you at Habib or Walmart and you buying liquor every week. Tito's and what the other one is. Aisha, I'm gonna tell on you. What is it? It's top notch. Patron. Yeah, that's what she drank. You know, but I'm asking God for increase. But when you look at the write it that we keep them receipts. Remember, people keep them receipts and they take the receipts and they take a picture of it for these different entities that they add up all you keep spending and give you points where you can buy the stuff. Keep them receipts. Add up all the receipts for the stuff that you bought or you paid for that you really didn't need. And see how much money you would have if you hadn't spent that. And then turn around and ask God for some more. Yeah. Once you do that, see what you got. So today it is won't he will. Won't he will. But we gotta be willing. We gotta be willing to humble ourselves and let God do the exalting. Sometimes we get so boisterous and hey, I make $70,000, $80,000 a year. I make six figures. I can afford this. And then like the more we make, the more we get bills. So now I can get a bigger house. Now I can get a better car. Now I can get a this or that or the other. But guess what? Then you get to the point where that 75 or 85, you're spending it almost all. There's no savings. There's no put back. There's nothing. So now you're saying, Lord, Lord, I need an increase. I need some more. And then God said, okay, well, you're getting this. What are you doing with the 75 that I'm giving? Then you go to the budget. And say, yeah, he gave me increase, so he ain't mad about me getting a better house. Okay. And he gave me increase, so he ain't mad about me driving a little better because he wanted the people to know, hey, God did it. But now when I get down here to some of these, I went to Nordstrom's twice this month, and that was a few hundred. And then I went to, see where I'm going with that? So then you start looking at, it ain't just the mortgage and the bills that's taking up this 75,000. It's Amazon and who is Amazon and JC Penney's and it is PayPal and it's American Express And that's who getting your money. But what you bought with it? Half the time you can't even see the stuff because a lot of time we pull the cards out when we going to do that one thing we really need to do. Go out to eat, go to the liquor store, go to there, do whatever. Now I'm thinking, now that's one expense I can say that I know I got a lot more money since I stopped drinking a few years ago because I couldn't drink right good. So guess what? When you going up in the ABC store and you spending $80, $90 every weekend or every other weekend, and you add that money up, you like, man, you wanted a townhouse, you wanted a dog house, or you wanted a something tangible, or I don't want to spend all that, and then that Sunday, it's a big move of God that we need. Everybody need to pitch in together so we can help this family that's been burnt out of their home, or help these children that need to know that somebody loves them and cares for them. But yet still, oh man, I ain't got it. I ain't got it. Why you ain't got it? Because we spending stuff on frivolous stuff, and it's people out here can't eat. It's people, we worried about the shutdown and the food stamp, and it's real. But look at us, look inside at us, those ones that got some frivolous habits, whether it's shopping, whether it's drinking, smoking, whatever. Something you can do without, something that don't make you live, that don't keep you alive, that don't, it's not a basic necessity. Something you can cut back on. Now, if you just can't cook, you just can't cook. Something everybody wasn't gifted with that skill. So then you may want to, they got them home shelf meals and all that. Or you can go to what, I know some private people with businesses, entrepreneurs that are doing meals for people that do, that want to, be healthy, like, and structure how they eat. So, it's a way to do everything, but sometimes I'm just saying, it's things that we could do away with. And it is Morning Wheel Wednesday, and I'm not just motivating you, I'm motivating me. Yeah, because there's some things I'm trying to shed up because I want more. I want more. So what I got to do is be a better steward right here. I have to be a better steward right here because I want more from God. But God's saying, look at what I give you right now. Look at what you put it in, what parts of that you put in the trash, what parts of that you don't need, what parts of that, it's some things. I got generations coming after me. I can't worry about what the generations did before me. I love them, but some of them made mistakes and did things that caused just not harmony. So I'm determined that if it's on me, the only baby, the only girl of my generation, and my mom and my aunt, I'm the only girl, and I'm a girl with a girl. So I'm like, okay, so now what is it? Mothers and daughters, mothers and daughters. I need to be the one to make sure that my daughter does have a good relationship with her daughter, and so on. So that curse of the mothers and daughters not getting along in this family is gone. I banished that to the pit of hell right now. It's gone. And my daughter would never have that kind of relationship that our family mothers and daughters have had. And her daughter would not do that, and her child would and go on. So some of these stuff we had to stop. But this is what I want to leave you with because I really got to get out of here. And it says, giving up earthly desires for God means prioritizing spiritual values over worldly possessions, physical pleasure, and personal aspirations to align with a divine will. This involves actively choosing to follow a spiritual path, symbolized by concepts like denying oneself or abstinence, and trusting that God will provide what is needed. Key practices include prayer, focusing on spiritual matters, and transforming one's mindset to reflect eternal rather than temporal values. That's the word for today. I love y'all guys by the gallons. I thank you so much for joining me on this journey of just being whole, of wanting to make sure that I'm a whole me before I come and fracture you. And so I love you guys by the gallons. Peace, love, and fish grease. Until next time.